He stepped in to replace Jamie Moore. Haroche Horta is a respected opponent on the European circuit, a real handful, comes from France, and a class act.
Exciting welterweight Mark Thompson continues along the learning curve. He's tough, capable, can hit too. He's won 12 of 13 so far, and he's up against the more experienced Frenchman, Haroche Horta. And we might learn more about Thompson tonight.
Well, I think he could develop into a bit of a personality. I think he's maybe a little bit hot-headed, which maybe is something they want to try to settle down a little bit. He likes to get himself involved in a tear-up, but if you want a long career, then you have to just control that a little bit. But it's certainly exciting to watch.
He's got a good support network because of that. Fans like Mark Thompson's style. Big heaping punches in the first round, and he's got to work out the southpaw Haroche Horta. He's a year older at 27. He's had more fights and been in maybe with tougher opposition. Good test for Thompson.
Yeah, his feelings are that this could be an awkward night for Thompson. I think Horta knows a few tricks. The southpaw stance. Physically, he looks well, as though he's really in good shape. So this is a time when maybe a cool head could be required.
He's coming off a very good performance, Haroche Horta, when he took Frédéric Closet the distance and a majority decision. Closet, a world-class fighter, really, are on the verge. So Thompson may have his work cut out, but he likes a challenge, as we saw when he took on Vincent Vuma at short notice in this ring recently.
Well, Horta has felt the power in Thompson's shots already, but he's still quite keen to claim the centre of the ring. Pushing Thompson back to the ropes. First impressions are this fella knows exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, capable look, isn't there, to Haroche Horta? Tucking up behind the guard, poking out the jab. Attempting to back Thompson up. Right hands there. And this could develop into a hard one.
He looks a lot more controlled than Thompson does. That's the difference between them in the opening round here. He's nice and tight, the chin's down, the defences are up. He's picking the target, whereas Thompson, hot-headed, just letting some wild swings go.
Came into the ring in buoyant mood, Haroche Horta, as if he really fancied this. Thompson doesn't always move that head, that upper body. Can be easy to hit, a touch static, and he's having trouble getting out of the way of some of these. His own punches are hitting gloves and elbows. A tough start for Mark Thompson.
Second out, round 2.
Second of 8, 10 stone 7 welterweight division. The blue and silver long trunks of Hayward's Mark Thompson, the all black of Haroche Horta. Haroche Horta in his 19th outing from Lyon in France. Thompson in his 14th. Was going to fight Kevin McIntyre and then Chris Saunders. This is the third choice of opponent for Thompson, so his mind might have been mentally affected as well. And he's got to deal with this Haroche Horta.
You can see the way Horta is staying on him. He knows what he's doing, just trying to keep him on the back foot, punishing any mistakes he makes. No signs that this is going to be an easy one for Thompson tonight. This fellow looks very, very capable.
Yeah, there's a self-belief, isn't there, about Haroche Horta? The confidence and that southpaw stance and the long arms, making it difficult for Thompson. But he's ambitious, the northern boy. He wants to test himself against better class of opponent, and that's what he's getting.
You can see Horta knows how to control the action, how to keep Thompson on the back foot, pinned to the ropes. Good exchange there, good comeback from Thompson, but more clean shots coming his way. That was better.
from Mark Thompson. Winging shots in there, a right smile from Haroche Horta, who's not a big puncher with only 2 knockouts in his 10 victories. And Thompson might just think that he hits harder in there. 7 inside the distance wins for Thompson.
Thompson's kind of winding up the punch. That was a good left hook. That just had a little effect on Horta. They're right on the defensive.
A lively start, as Mark Thompson's fights normally are. I think he relishes a battle, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying about him. He is hot-headed, and he's certainly throwing a lot of punches in this round. Maybe just outwork Horta a little bit, but he's taking a lot out of himself.
To your left.
And he's offering a lot of target for Horta to come back at.
Yeah, he had a good start against the South African Vincent Vuma when we were here in July, but slowly Vuma just showed his experience and knowledge and proved too much, stopping Thompson in 8 rounds. Took that at short notice and can come on from that. But it doesn't look easy either. Humphrey Harrison running the corner, Oliver's brother. Got a good stable at the moment with Amir Khan and Jamie Moore. Plenty of good sparring, and Thompson has been working as well with Junior Witter.
Well, that's certainly good work, but I think it's going to be required tonight. That was a busy round from Thompson. Put out a lot of good work, but I don't get the feeling he made any great impression on this fellow. This fellow still looking comfortable, still finished the round well, although I thought Thompson won the round.
Yeah, he might have nicked it, 1 apiece probably.
But the fact that he didn't really make any impression on Horta, I wonder if that is significant.
Decent fight brewing here between England's Mark Thompson and France's Frank Haroche Horta. Orthodox and southpaw.
That's the way.
Both delivering clean punches. Phil Edwards, the referee, nothing to do yet. And that's, Jim, what we like to see in terms of action.
Well, the action has been very good. Another impressive attack from Horta. Doesn't waste anything. That's what you have to admire about him. Doesn't do anything silly, nothing wild.
Respected very much on the European circuit. He has lost 5 times, but in good company on the whole.
Yeah, and he seems to travel rather well too. Pulled a couple of draws abroad, which you have to imagine that he's probably won those. But you can see he feels quite at home here tonight.
Yeah, in Germany, Jim, if you get a draw and you're not the home fighter, you've won the fight.
Exactly. And already Thompson being forced to kind of grit things out, and this early in an 8-rounder, that's not a good sign. I mean, he's fighting tooth and nail to stay with Horta, I think. He's doing it, but he's finding it tough.
Has he learned to pace himself after the Vincent Vuma fight? His stablemate Jamie Moore was meant to tackle Vuma. Moore pulled out with an injury, and in came Thompson. He showed heart, as he's doing here, but Haroche Horta not impressed. Good fight, this.
I mean, it's non-stop action, and as you were saying earlier, referee not involved. This is good stuff.
Really putting so much into these hooks, especially Mark Thompson. Gotta wonder if he might run out of steam with the big guard of Haroche Horta, who's tricky to prise open cleanly.
That's what I feel is the big problem. It's another round where he's throwing a lot of punches, doing a lot of work. I mean, be fair enough to nick him the session, if you like, but still hasn't made any impression on Horta. He's still looking quite composed, quite tight, quite controlled.
Attempting to get the jab flowing, Mark Thompson. Good guard, though, from Haroche Horta. Grimace on the face of Mark Thompson. Could become grueling again, this, for the Hayward 26-year-old.
Well, Thompson, he's digging in as hard as he can just to keep himself in. This is tough.
He had to really suck it up in a fight against Alexander Matviacek. Really difficult test in an 8-rounder in September of last year. Sort of went through a patch where we thought he might have lost self-belief, but he came through that, showed plenty of bottle. But he's got to do this against a really good little fighter here.
Yeah, well, he's having to do it the hard way. And you don't want to be doing that too often in your career. Another tough round, maybe just nicked it on work rate, but working so hard to do it.
Nice and relaxed, enjoy the fight, okay? Be more calm, for some more breathers.
Softly spoken, Humphrey Harrison. Mark Thompson, softly spoken outside the ring too. Just relax, keeping calm. I'm not sure Mark Thompson loves to relax in a ring. He likes to give value for money. Here's the fourth of 8. Frank Haroche Horta looks strong and he's coming forward. Who's winning these rounds? They have been close. Really trying to detonate these punches, Mark Thompson. It's the defence of Haroche Horta, which is proving solid and stable, and back he comes. Very strong fighter, he seems, Jim.
Yeah, and again, not wasting anything, just standing right in front of Thompson with good solid defence. Not big punches, but Thompson's the one who's all over the place, kind of disjointed. Haroche Horta looks the one in control of what's going on, even when Thompson looks to be the busier of the two. Haroche Horta looks to be controlling things.
Yeah, more compact, the Frenchman. Thompson, at times, is throwing more. How many are actually landing? Who has the edge in quality? I think the feel of it is that Haroche Horta is the boss in there.
Yep, he has the look of the one controlling things. At times he's not busy enough, but he's pushing Thompson back all the while. He realises that that's taken a lot of the sting out of the punches from Thompson. Yep, another tough night for Thompson.
Back comes Thompson, digging in. Both having their moments. There's been no body language from Haroche Horta to show he's in any distress, and there has been from Thompson already.
Yeah, well, it's another round where Thompson's fighting tooth and nail to keep himself in it. If he relaxes, you get the feeling Haroche Horta would take over. So he's not been allowed to relax. These are good, accurate punches.
Some blood as well under the left eye for Mark Thompson. Doesn't look in a terrible place. That might spur on Haroche Horta.
Kind of weary look about some of Thompson's punches there. So Haroche Horta, maybe he's not a big puncher, but he's physically strong. Maybe the time has arrived when he's able to impose himself on Thompson now.
Yeah, physical strength, good defence. Sensible boxing. Looks the happier man, Frank Haroche Horta. Level on your card. These rounds have been tight. Could go either way. 4 to go. Nicely poised.
Yeah, but if you ask who's the happier looking corner at this point, you have to go with the Frenchman.
Second out. 5.
Second half of this intriguing welterweight contest. The sparkly blue and silver of Mark Thompson, looking for his 13th win. Been in some good fights already in his short career, coming off a one-round stoppage of Ronnie Daniels. But he's up in levels here against Frank Haroche Horta. Late opponent who's come in and is giving this a real go. Growing in confidence too as he tries to march down Thompson.
Thompson has never been able to do anything about that march forward. He's never been able to push Haroche Horta back onto that back foot. Be a big help to his cause if he could manage to do that.
Right hand from Thompson, driving himself on. But again, accuracy there with the left from Haroche Horta. I suppose it's a bit of what you like here, Jim.
Yeah, well, a lot of the time it looks as though Haroche Horta is in the driving seat. That was a good clean shot picked. See, his work is still looking good, whereas Thompson's work becoming ragged. He's all over the place.
Nice punch from Thompson, but it just bounces off Haroche Horta, who says, come on then, let's have more of your best. This about the time in the Matt Viacek fight that Mark Thompson was asked some questions, had to go deep, down into the well, might have to again.
Well, I don't think we have any doubts over his courage or his commitment, but you don't want to be trading on that too often, certainly not at this stage of your career. It's a tough enough business without making it any tougher.
No, he came out with a great deal of credit, especially from the Vincent Boomer fight. Nothing wrong with his heart, his commitment, his soul, Mark Thompson, and he wants this badly. The big boxing gloves tattooed on his back shows how much he loves the game. Good round here, the fifth. Is this the key round? You so often look for one, Jim.
Well, I've just been wondering if there's going to be a big dip in the pace of Thompson. We're not seeing it yet. He's still managing to pump himself out, force the punches out. This, for me, is the closest round of the fight so far. This is a difficult one to split.
Jab a bit slower from Haroche Horta. Just might be feeling it as well himself. Mark Thompson putting the punches together. The fans really getting behind him. And this is a good spell at the end of the fifth from Mark Thompson, who probably did enough in that round. Well, has this swung again? It's a good watch, isn't it?
Well, if it comes down to heart, then I know who's the favourite. It's the first time in between rounds that Haroche Horta hasn't looked all that comfortable. So maybe at long last he's losing that little bit of control over his boxing. That was a tough round for both men.
Yeah, grueling contest. Very pleasing on the eye for these fans, Jim.
In the early part of the round, Haroche Horta obviously producing the better work, but yet again Thompson managed to grit his teeth and come firing back. And I think that's the first time Thompson has finished the round the better of the two. Will that be significant? I wonder. First signs of discomfort in Haroche Horta's work.
3 rounds to go. Mark Thompson is coming on strong here. Perhaps to the delight of those fans that have come from Haywood, the short distance to Wigan, to cheer him on again. Frank Haroche Horta, who seemed in control for much of this. Is there a dip in his form, in his work now? Not been stopped yet, Haroche Horta. Lost 5 times, all on points. Good chins being shown too, Jim. We've got a bit of everything tonight.
Well, Haroche Horta's not a massive puncher, but he's landing cleanly. And obviously Thompson tiring that little bit. But tremendous commitment shown by Thompson. see a young fighter in too many of these fights in the early stages of his career.
But it's interesting they've come against the international opposition. As soon as you go out of the domestic land and you find some guys that, you know, have proved themselves on the European circuit.
Yeah, well, these are not just journeymen doing a job. These guys are here to win fights. And Haroche Horta is certainly putting everything into this. There are times when he could be a little bit busier. He's coming forward, he's claiming the centre of the ring, but this is better work from him here.
Breathe, Matt, breathe. That's it.
Head rock back there, Haroche Horta. The jab landing. I wonder how Phil Edwards is seeing things. He hasn't had to split them up, so he must be just doing the scoring job really tonight, Jim.
I mean, this really has been tremendous action every second. They've never stopped, they've never clinched. Just skill, not really an issue, just cuts and courage.
A determination. Who wants it more as we go down the stretch? Thompson's improved though, hasn't he, last couple of rounds?
Well, he seems able to just dig in that little bit more. Just force the punches out. But the rounds are so close. Another amazingly close round.
They touch gloves wearily. Who's going to finish the stronger?
Down though. You hear me? Okay? You are winning the fight, but you're just making it a little bit more difficult for yourself. Yeah?
Sucking it up there, blood to the nose of Thompson.
Just certainly has the ability to grit his teeth and just keep firing Thompson. But he's going to have to find a way to make at least parts of fights that little bit easier. You don't want every second of every round to be as tough as this.
Seventh round, opinions divided at ringside as to who's in front. Phil Edwards, the only man that matters. Should it go the full distance? Will it? It's been an energy-sapping one. Terrific commitment from the pair of them. The visitor from France, Haroche Horta, who looks so composed and settled for much of this. Again, comes on strong. But Thompson has had his spells as well. A good match.
I mean, at times I'm thinking it's just as well he's not a massive puncher, Haroche Horta, because he's certainly finding the target cleanly.
Driving in the punches. They come down to work rate as well in the last couple of sessions. Who has that extra bit of stamina, has done more in the gym. We know Thompson's fit. Haroche Horta's taken this at late notice, but he doesn't seem to be lacking in that department.
I can only assume he was training for something else, Adam, because he looks in terrific shape. He said that before the first bell sounded. He really looks cut. Thompson looks to be struggling a bit here. I wonder, is the tank empty?
Body shot from Haroche Horta. Hasn't thrown that many of them. Might elect to do so in the closing stages. Look on the face of Thompson as he has to take a couple to the head. Not a happy man.
Well, he's been forced back in every round, forced to work at a pace that he's not really initiating, so it's been tough. Even the good rounds that he's had, even the rounds where he's used up every bit of juice he's had just to keep himself in it, it's been tough. But Haroche Horta certainly shot. Looking the man at the moment. From the Frenchman, and Thompson sagged back there. Under a minute left in the 7th round. He really forces himself on, Mark Thompson. But is he beginning to wilt? Is this pace catching up with him? Haroche Horta's defence. Well, it may have had the edge tonight. It really is a good battle. So I just feel that Thompson was using up so much steam to win the rounds that I gave him on my card that he just doesn't have the reserves of energy left. Really struggling at the moment.
Combination from Haroche Horta, who swung it back his way, nearly trapped Thompson on the ropes there. Surely this is a round for the Frenchman, and Thompson will need a big finish if he can muster that up. Well, hardly anything in it. I don't know about you, Jim, but I just get the feeling that Haroche Horta's been the man to have controlled more of this, to have been in charge.
He's been going forward and give that impression, but there was a couple of rounds, third and fourth probably, that I thought Thompson was throwing more punches. I have 3 rounds apiece with 1 level, so I have it all to do in the last round. But certainly at the moment, as you can see here, Haroche Horta looks like the man with that little extra bit left in the tank.
You've got it level, 1 or 2 at ringside have got it level as well. A couple favour Haroche Horta, who's really being fired up in his corner. They know they're away from home, and they'd love to get the victory after pushing Frederic Closet so close. Be a good win this for Frank Haroche Horta if he can pull it off. But Mark Thompson, he will want this so badly. How much is left with these two, Jim?
I mean, it's amazing, and especially what Thompson's had to put into things, because Haroche Horta has been the one setting the pace. Just that little extra bit of experience has allowed him to do that. He knows how to control the action. There were some rounds where I didn't think he was throwing enough punches.
And remember, Thompson was preparing for other opponents. And in comes this sturdy Haroche Horta. It's not taken really a backward step. Centre of the ring. Made life difficult all the way through. Thompson has responded. Even if he doesn't get this, Jim, no disgrace again. It's been a great effort.
No disgrace, but I'm just a little bit worried that he's involved in tough fights at this stage of his career. Maybe when you should be working on technique and talent, but from the first bell we realised this was not going to be an easy night for him. This really is a tough match. I mean, there's no easy way to do this, but maybe better use of technique in the early stages. But look at the commitment he shows.
Humphrey Harrison shouting encouragement, so too is brother Oliver, who's had other duties backstage. But he's at ringside trying to fire Mark Thompson through this final round. Could come down to this. You don't know how Phil Edwards is seeing it. But Haroche Horta is certainly putting in a good, strong ending too. Who's edging it for you?
Well, Haroche Horta is winning the last round so far on my card. Just a little bit more accurate. Thompson just gritting his teeth and just trying to pump the punches, but no accuracy, no purpose. There's the head. He's been warned a couple of times about his head, Thompson. Amazing the commitment that he's showing.
The heavy-looking punches from Thompson, but the counters from Haroche Horta and the accuracy might well have done enough for the Frenchman. I think he deserves this, Jim.
Well, he's winning the last round here, so he's got it on my card. But this is one of these fights where you say nobody really deserves to lose it. They've both put so much into this.
Yeah, valiant effort from the pair of them. Last 15 seconds, unfortunately. We can watch a few more rounds of this. Phil Edwards has not had to do anything, thankfully, but he must make one crucial decision. Good last 10 seconds from Thompson. Will it be enough? It will be for Phil Edwards. And the Englishman gets the decision. Victory number 13, and it was so hard fought for Mark Thompson. The crowd applauding, a really good effort from both fighters, and whether you agree or not with the verdict, It was a terrific battle, and well done to the pair of them.
A tremendous fight that was. I had it one point the other way, so when you score as close as that, you can't argue if someone sees it differently. Thompson put so much into the early rounds, that just in sheer commitment alone, didn't have the experience to cope with what Haroche Horta was doing, but he found a way to victory, so congratulations to him. He's got to find a way of making fights just a little bit easier than that one.
Yeah, debates about the scoring, but Mark Thompson gets the all-important win. Well done to him.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Phil Edwards scores this exciting contest 77 points to 76 for your winner, Mark Thompson.